Yahuwah, I come to you today to pray for my enemies and to remind the listener to do the same. I pray that our enemies be blessed, woken up, broken free from satanic control, and shown the true light rather than the false light. I pray that they all be forgiven and given a chance to come to the light before it's too late. I thank you in advance, Abba, for all who this prayer will bless, and I also pray that we all learn to let go and bless them that harm us as well, so that we can release the pain and release all of the emotional baggage and stop poisoning ourselves through unforgiveness. It's for both sides, Abba, and I pray it for all under the sound of my voice, all who it might apply to on earth, all who you wish to bless with this prayer, Yahuwah. And I also pray it for all of our enemies as well. I thank you and I praise you in advance, Abba. According to Yahushua HaMashiach himself, we are supposed to pray for those who persecute us, bless them that curse us. It's not a suggestion, guys. It's something Yahusha told us to do. This is how he instructed us to behave. This is how he instructed us to react to those who do evil against us. I think a big part of these attacks that we receive are in the form of tricking us into being hateful, vengeful, angry, unforgiving, spiteful, impatient, ungracious, and unforgiving towards those who harm us. It's not easy, but I think they trick us into subtly cursing ourselves by holding these feelings towards them. We have to let it go. And remember, it's not flesh and blood that we are fighting. Ask yourself, is it more important to hate those who harm you, to hate those who do evil towards you? Or is it more important to do what Yahushua HaMashiach told us to do? This is an important lesson, and I'm starting to feel a huge weight lifted from me by practicing this more and more. It's very important to let go, forgive, bless, and pray for those who are harming you. It helps you transcend the flesh and the adversity we are going through. Luke chapter 6, verse 27 through 36. Love your enemy. But I say to you who hear, love your enemies and do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who abuse you. To the one who strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. And from one who takes away your cloak, do not withhold your tunic either. Give to everyone who begs from you, and from those who take away your goods, do not demand them back. And as you wish that others would do to you, do to them also. If you love those who love you, what benefit is that for you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what benefit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. And if you lend to those who you expect to receive, what credit is that for you? Even sinners lend to sinners to get back the same amount. But love your enemies, and do good and lend, and expect nothing in return, and your reward will be great. And you will be sons of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. Be merciful, even as your Father is merciful. We have to remember to not become spiteful and hateful towards those who harm us. We have to remember to bless them and pray for them. I think it's one of the greatest lessons we need to learn through persecution, is to bless those who harm us. We battle not against flesh and blood. I understand this can be one of the most difficult tasks within Yahusha's teachings, sometimes. But when you take a step back and realize that unforgiveness doesn't hurt who you think it does, hatred doesn't hurt who you think it does, anger doesn't hurt them, it all hurts you. Unforgiveness invites demons, and it's a window that slowly gets bigger and bigger. You have to let go and actually listen to Yahuwah when he says to not take vengeance into our own hands. Not only does he say this, but he also tells us that when we hate someone in our hearts, it's the same as murder. It's time that we all make a decision regarding this and move towards a better walk. Abba, Yahuwah, I pray that you teach us forgiveness, and I pray that all of those who plot evil against us, all of those who intend to harm us, and all of those who cause us harm, I pray that you bless them abundantly. I pray that you help us release any anger, any pain, hatred, spite, or anything that is harming us that we are holding on to. Let it all be a thing of the past, and I thank you in advance for removing all this emotional baggage and for teaching us how to let go of it. However it might apply, Abba, I know you are blessing and freeing us from it all. I pray that all of our enemies be blessed. I pray that you fill them all with love and truth that would surpass their arrogance and whatever darkness is clouding their vision. I pray that you remove the veil from their eyes and show them what it is they are truly missing. Provide them with an abundance of blessings and make it obvious that it's from you, Yahuwah. Wake them up, Abba, and show them what life is actually about. Reveal to them how they are cursing themselves. And I pray that you please break them free from the satanic control that they are under. Unravel their programming, break the spells, and detach them from the matrix. Show them the uninformed consent that they were tricked with. Show them what all the fuss is about, Abba, and I pray that you reveal Yahusha to them and reveal your love to them and welcome them and invite them into your life with open arms. I pray that you surround them all and assign them groups of ministering angels to whisper wisdom into their ears and lead them towards the truth. I pray that they remain around them continually to speak truth into them at all times, and I pray that you show them and let them know why we are willing to die for you, Yahuwah. I pray that you bless them and reveal yourself to them like you did with Saul before he became Paul. I pray that you turn them into vessels of light and righteousness, Abba. I know there is nothing that you can't do, Abba. Please bless them all and show them why that we choose you over the world. Even though it makes no sense to them, I pray that you reveal the truth to them regarding all of this. Even though it brings us much adversity, suffering, and intense oppression, make it all make sense to them, Abba. I pray that this is customized and personalized to adapt to each person who this prayer will affect in a way that will be personal and sentimental to them, to all of them, Abba. I pray that all of the deceived vessels be set free from all bondage, from all mind control, MK Ultra, nanotechnology, corruption, evil spirits, demonic entities, and whatever else might be influencing them from the pure creation that you intended them to be, Yahuwah. Granted, I know that you said you make some vessels of honor and some vessels for dishonor. I'm praying this for all of those who you have other plans for. Saul always comes to mind when I ponder on these things. I pray that you bless them all like you did with Saul, Abba. Turn them into Pauls, Abba. I know they don't realize what's at stake here, because they wouldn't be doing what they are doing if they had any clue what's going on. And they are unwilling to realize it on their own, Abba. They have willful ignorance, Abba. So it would have to come from you, Yahuwah. Bless them all, Yahuwah. Set them free. I thank you in advance, and I graciously pray that you fill in all the blanks of the unknowns that I am missing here, as to have a deep and profound effect on all who you will bless with this, Abba. Thank you, Yahuwah. I pray that you flood them with your love, Abba. Flood them with your living water. Show them that you have so much more for their lives than Satan does, and show them how Satan has tricked them into having false blessings that are strangling them in secrecy, slowly leading to their horrific destruction. Satan makes it real easy for them to remain asleep because he gives them gifts and false blessings to fool their senses. I pray that you break them entirely free from all of the deceptions, Abba, and reveal the uncomfortable truths to them before it's too late. Thank you, Yahuwah. I pray that we all learn not to take persecution personally, even when it's personalized. These beings aren't even conscious anymore. They are controlled, and they don't even realize it, or they just don't care. Pain and persecution doesn't have to turn into hatred, unforgiveness, and bitterness, but we often choose that route because we all take this stuff very personally. Granted, it's very hard not to, because it is personalized. But I pray that you teach us all to endure without taking offense. These people are lost and deceived. They are basically spiritually crippled and spiritually handicapped. We are dealing with a very sick and a very ill state of humanity. Most of them have lost all connection with their humanity and are part of the hive mind at this point. I pray that you strengthen us all to endure all of this and teach us to let go, and teach us to not let it get the best of us, Abba. I thank you in advance. I pray that you just teach us to not cause it to be worse than it has to be. I pray that we all learn that unforgiveness only hurts us and not them. It literally only hurts us. It also invites demonic entities and evil spirits into us that will slowly grow and spiral out of control, turning into sin and more affliction. If we choose not to forgive with all of our hearts, we have already lost, and it is us that is letting them win. By doing such things, we give them victory by our unforgiveness. because we are deciding that it's more important for us to hold hatred and anger towards those who harm us than it is to obey what Yahusha commanded us. It's not a suggestion. He told us how to act. Love your enemy and bless those who curse you. I pray that you continue to teach us all how to choose the spirit over the flesh, Yahuwah. The spirit is life and the flesh is death, and honestly, unforgiveness is probably the most impactful, self-inflicted wound that we give to ourselves. We battle not against flesh and blood, thus we shouldn't let our flesh decide these things. Unforgiveness is a poison, and we give it to ourselves. Stop poisoning yourself. Choose love and speak life. I seal this prayer in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, by the authority given to me from him, by the victory of his shed blood and by his finished works, and by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh in me. I speak life into all of you, and I speak life into all of our enemies. Thank you, Yahuwah. Amen. So be it. May you all be blessed. Endure.